goodness gracious. How happy Halloween. Welcome, good noon. I'm Reverend Dr. Marlene Morris, and come here. This is Spirit in his Halloween costume. He's been waiting to show it to you. Let's see, where are you? There you are. He's been waiting to show it to you, and now that he has, I'm going to set him free because he's just knocked everything I need to use this morning on the floor. There! Oh! Well, we have spirit in the house, and ghosts and goblins will likely be present out on the streets tonight. And that's as it should be, I think. Taking precautions, of course. Happy Halloween, Heidi. Glad you're here. Would you like a cat? But you know what really concerns me right now is the presence of the ghosts and goblins that live in our heads and our hearts all the rest of the time, and get in the way of our experience of peace and joy and creativity and love, which God knows this little spirit doesn't do. He brings out the most creative parts of us all too often. So let's work on that, shall we? Bringing out the best in you. Welcome to our weekly spiritual spa, your Sunday spiritual indulgence. We're here to help you feel better if you're feeling bad, and help you feel fine or finer if you're already feeling pretty good. Ernest Holmes, the author of The Science of Mind and founder of religious science, used to open his television show with the words, "There's a power for good in the universe, and you can use it." True, and the greater truth is that you really can't not use it. In fact, you're using it right now. You use it all the time, because it is done unto you by that power according to your belief. The important part of Dr. Holmes' admonition is to remember to use it for good. So I'm going to ask you to listen to the next words and consider this idea, because it's what we're really all about and what we'd love to share with you. We are here to remember who we are. We are children of creation. We are here to remember that we are created in the image and likeness of creation itself. Spirit, God, whatever you choose to call the creative motivating force of the universe. We are here to heal our misconceptions and to release whatever beliefs may no longer be serving us. We are here to learn how to use our divine inheritance to make our lives and our world a better place. Ultimately, we are here to be awake, to inspire, to uplift, to heal, to make whole ourselves and our world. I love to get you thinking right from the get-go, because the last thing I want you to do is leave your brain at the door. So here's this morning's question. Who are you? Really? What are you? Really? What do you dream of being? If you could just change clothes and be what you dream of being, what would you put on? Or what would you take off? How would you let the world know that you are this new being now? How would you show the world that you have absolutely changed for the better? What would you jettison? What would you shred? Think on that, will you, for a few minutes, while I check in real quick and say hi. How did it go in Atlanta? You go, girl. I'm thrilled. Good morning, Jeff and Jennifer. Blessed Samhain to you as well. Let me just jump right into what I'm going to talk about this morning and this afternoon. I'll get that yet, won't I? And then let's chat about how that might just help you change your life, or just catch up on your life. I'd love to do that. You're both always up to something. So I want to hear what Heidi's got to share, and I want to know why Jennifer's in such a great mood. So let's talk right after the talk. Okay? Here we go. Just as soon as I get things back together again. Spirit was here, and things are on the floor that should be on my desk, but we'll make that work, won't we? Somehow, if I just disappear periodically, it's because I'm picking things up off the floor. Okay, so it's Halloween. It was always my kids' favorite holiday. I think it even topped Christmas. And tonight, children of all ages will be roaming the streets or gathering together in weird costumes, repeating a ritual that is so ancient that most people have no clue what they're doing or why they are doing it. They just know that it's fun to do. But that's tonight, when the light wavers and the darkness descends. Today, people are doing Sunday things. They're doing laundry and pinning costumes together and planning the coming week and going to church, actually, or online, all in their regular clothes and listening to a minister speak in whatever outfit the minister is wearing. So here I am. I'm in the spirit of the thing. I really am. In my Halloween Sunday clothes, which since the beginning of the pandemic has pretty much been a decent-looking top and jeans or leggings or shorts if the weather's warm, because that's all you need when the camera can only cover you from the waist up. Of course, I could accessorize. I could put on a scarf or a hat. That's annoying. Or something that is, here we go, not quite a hat. I could carry a broom, which I'll never get back where I had it, or my favorite accessory, a wand. But while the accessories are fun and certainly make my wardrobe more flexible and maybe even more interesting, I'll give you that, it's the belief about what's going on that's at the heart of the idea that is most important. So, thousands of years ago, literally thousands of years ago, this then sacred time was called Samhain. Thank you, Jennifer. Summer's end. The sun's power was waning, and the strength of the gods of darkness and winter in the underworld was believed to be the strongest, and it was celebrated on October 31st. After the crops were harvested and stored, the cooking fires were extinguished, the people would put on costumes and go out into the night to shout away the evil spirits. The costumes were intended to hide their identity just in case the gods or spirits took a disliking to something they said or did. On the hilltops in the sacred forests, the druids, the Celtic priests, would light new fires and offer sacrifices as the season of the sun passed and the season of darkness began. At the end of 3 days, the druids would give an ember from the fires to each family to take home and start a new fire, a fire which would warm them from the cold and keep them safe from evil spirits. I like that idea. In 835, the Catholic Church declared November 1st a holiday that was intended to honor all the saints, or Saints' Day, or All Hallows, whereupon, of course, the evening before became All Hallows' Eve, or Halloween. Years later, November 2nd was proclaimed All Souls' Day to honor the dead, a tradition that is celebrated with much richness and ancestral love and art in Mexico as Dia de los Muertos. Hundreds of years ago, these holy days were celebrated with bonfires and parades and people dressing up in costumes as saints, angels, and devils. It's all tied together on the eve of All Hallows, Halloween. And we continue to acknowledge Samhain and the changing of the light with black cats or black and white cats, and bonfires and All Saints and All Souls with our ghostly skeletons and skulls. Today, we go out into the night with our own strange rituals and, in our own way, attempt to still appease the gods and honor the dead and ward off evil by dressing up and acting out our fears and our fantasies. According to my absolutely non-scientific research, allowing for certain more mundane characters to stand out in any given year, the overall most popular Halloween costumes, in alphabetical order, seem still to be devils, ghosts, jack-o'-lanterns, vampires, and witches, which seems to be appropriate given that this particular holiday actually celebrates the ancient Druid festival associated with ghosts and witches and spirits. We go out into the world in whatever form we have chosen with the idea of staving off whatever evil spirits may be lurking in our world. How we choose to do that, of course, is up to the individual. It always is. We can choose to go with the averages, and we can be vampires or ghouls. It's an intriguing costume. And certainly there are those who seem to be like that regardless of the season that is around us. But I question why anyone would actually choose other than on a night such as this, or out of fear of not being enough of something else. Why would you choose to emulate something that sucks the life out of things? So perhaps we could be jack-o'-lanterns. Some are foolish, some are sort of scary. Most just make us feel good and happy and laugh. Nonetheless, my friends, they are empty-headed. And you can be that too, if you choose. Or you can be an affirmative jack-o'-lantern and take that empty space and fill it with positive, powerful statements of a higher truth and shine your light for all the world to see. We can choose to be wicked witches or wicked warlocks. Random House defines wicked for both of these as evil or morally bad in principle or practice, and or mischievous or playful. How you define wicked is up to you. You could choose to be the Wicked Witch of the West, or the East, of course, and run around in bad company, scaring people and causing a good deal of trouble. Or you could emulate Glenda, the Good Witch, and go about doing good in the world. Again, it's a choice. Or you can up the whole idea a notch or two and choose to be Satan or little devils. There is a considerable difference. One is playful and childlike. The other is decidedly not. The devil is theoretically the personification of evil. So let's talk evil for a moment, because the word gets bandied about a good deal these days, and its source purports to be religious, as in the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Although I believe it is used far more often today by politicians describing the opposing party than by the clergy. Although I could be wrong. What I know is that I hear on my television that there are evil people out there, over there, and that there is an axis of evil in the world, And any one side of the argument today wants me to believe that the opposing side is not just wrong, but evil. For some reason, I find that troubling. So I went to two of my favorite sources, Random House and Ernest Holmes, to see what they had to say about evil. I started with Random House, which defines evil as morally wrong, immoral, wicked, harmful, injurious, or characterized by misfortune or suffering. It is synonymous with sinful, depraved, corrupt, base, vile, and nefarious. I do like that word. Nefarious is defined as being extremely wicked, and we already know that wicked is extremely evil or morally bad in principle or practice, or mischievous and playful. Again, you choose. Random House said, as if that wasn't enough, see bad. But you know, sometimes today bad means really good. I couldn't decide, so I'm confused. It does go on to say that evil is marked by anger, irritability, irascibility. What it does not say, interestingly enough, is that evil is an entity unto itself or a driving force in the universe. Okay, so then I went to The Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes, which says that evil is neither person, place, nor thing of itself, but is an experience which we are allowed to have because of our divine individuality. Until, he says, through both negative and positive experiences, we learn to cooperate with life, which is inherently good. Simply, we experience good and evil because we perceive a presence of duality rather than unity. Which brings me full circle back to this whole costume thing. Because of our divine individuality, I am having so much trouble with that word today. Because of our divine individuality, we are free to choose who we are. And we are free to choose the costumes that we wear to show who we are to the world. Not just on Halloween, but every day of our lives. My real question for you is this. Are those of you who are getting ready to wear costumes tonight, have you decided if you are going to wear something that represents not your fears, but your dreams and aspirations? A costume that invokes the spirit within you, not scares it away. A costume that tells the world about something wonderful about you, or about an aspect of who you are. So, when we get to chatting in a few minutes, I'd like you to tell me about your ideal costume, one that truly reflects your magnificence, one that tells the world that you are created in the image and likeness of creation itself, of good itself, or love, or wisdom, or unlimited abundance, or complete wholeness, all of which are aspects of you because they are aspects of spirit. You see, we can choose to be vampires and ghouls, or at the effect of them. We can be wicked witches, good or bad, evil or entertaining. We can be devils or devilish. But all along, a conscious choice is involved. We have to know that there is a spirit, a power, and a presence that is greater than all of our past experience, greater even than whatever is going on in the moment, that will respond to that which we claim for ourselves, to the choice that we make about who we are. This evening, Halloween, All Hallows Eve, All Saints Eve, is a perfect time to begin claiming a new reality. We can be ghosts or ghost-like. There is a conscious choice involved, my friend, and you are the only one who can make it. And, well, not to change holidays on you, but I'm going to for just a moment and get ahead of the calendar, but remember the ghosts of Christmas past and Christmas future? How about choosing to allow yourself to be a Christmas present, a gift to the world, a gift that lives beyond the holidays and makes every day whole and holy. Ultimately, the choice is yours. We can believe in evil and live with the consequences and the darkness. We can put on costumes and shout at the gods and then hide in the shadows of our own lives, hoping that our costumes will fool God or somebody. Or we can choose to show the world who we really are, bright and beautiful children of the light, children of creation, wise, loving, truthful, creative, alive with spirit, shining with spirit. We can fall back on old habits and be quite certain that life will be full of unwanted tricks and perhaps occasional treats. Or we can today, tonight, get with the program. We can bless the past and let it go. We can celebrate the people who have been part of it and let go of those we need to let go of. And then we can step confidently into tomorrow, All Saints' Day, into a day which acknowledges and celebrates the sacredness of our lives, the beauty and the wonder of our love, and our unlimited promise. The choice, and yes, I'm going to say it again, is yours. A belief in evil will create just that. Tricks from malicious gods. Or you can choose the treat of living your life at the highest level. Ultimately, you will put on the costume. You will choose the accessories. And that's fine, and whatever you choose will be, I know, at least entertaining. The important part is that you claim your identity as a child of creation. You do that. And then the magic begins. You do that. And then watch what God will do. Happy All Hallows Eve. Happy Samhain. Happy the beginning of the rest of your life. So there. Okay, I have to take some of this off just because although I know I'm absolutely adorably cute, it's driving me nuts. There. Okay. Okay, I'll settle for the pumpkins in my ears and the shirt on my back and front, which says, if the hat fits. So, how have we been doing? Who's here? Let me look. My goodness. Oh, good. Hazel Rose gets to go out and trick or treat. Yay, 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 yay. Yeah, the earrings are fun, aren't they? They're the most fun part of the costume. They make me happy. Thank you. I like the haircut too. I just got it and I'm adjusting. You know what that is? I think it looks good. So far I like the way I look with it, but it's new. Where's my hair? But that's okay. Donna, are you going to wear your sparkly witch hat? We have actually great, fabulous witch hats, but we didn't take them down this year. So, Donna's a polter witch. I like that. Yeah, what is evil? There's the point. So Donna is a polter witch, which is defined as a playful witch. I like that. Yeah, my kind of woman. Oh, Heidi, I love it. Heidi's a flashlight. You betcha, honey. Illuminating, yes. You guys are great. See, this is what I don't know, maybe we are going to have to switch to Zoom, although I don't completely trust it. I want to see your outfits. Well, I suppose technically we're all crones, aren't we? But it's all good. See, it's all good. Okay, Kirk, I love it. Kirk in a horned Viking helmet, I like that. I like that. Heidi's living on Zoom. Oh, bless you, darling. I've just got this thing figured out. And you know, they've changed it yet again. When you log in now and say you want to start a Facebook Live thing, they say, and here's our new one. Don't you want to use it? But I don't. What I know is I need to stop like the day before or a couple of days before and study it, because just before I'm about to go on the air is not the time to learn a new system for me. I'm flexible. I'm not that flexible. However, they're telling me that the system that I'm using right now is going away soon. Maybe that's when we'll decide to go to Zoom instead. Or something else. Options. There are always options, options, options. So, I love your costumes. Flashlight's brilliant, Heidi. I love it. Shining the path, showing the way. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Donna, I'm glad your witch hat is sparkly. I think that's important. If you're gonna be a witch, be playful and be out there, you know? Be bright and shining. Yes, ma'am. So, talk to me. Update me. Some of you haven't been around too lately. I know Heidi's just bubbling over with excitement. How much can you tell us? I need to know. Heidi just got back from Atlanta on a business trip. Actually, the only time I ever went to Atlanta was on a business trip. Our little John is going trick-or-treating with his granddaughter tonight. John's going trick-or-treating with his granddaughter. Kirk's going trick-or-treating with his granddaughter. My kids are all too old. I mean, even my grandkids. Although, I wouldn't be surprised that they're going trick-or-treating, but they certainly wouldn't want to drag Grandma around. All right, Heidi, I will look into it. I will. And if you can offer any suggestions, please do so. Please? Please. I would appreciate that. A New York backlot street for a major studio. Oh, I like that. Oh, Dina. Could you find work closer to home so you didn't have to get up so early? Oh, well. Fabulous, Heidi. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you. This is perfect thing for you. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect. How about the rest of you? What are you up to? Heidi, feel free to tell me more. Tell all of us more. I have to tell you, Jennifer, I just read yours and did one of those mental double takes. Jennifer said, I'm working on an event for later in November, and I'm way behind. Can't get my head in the game. Well, later in November? But this is only October. Yes, Marlene. Oh, sorry. Tomorrow's November 1st, isn't it? See, I all get hung up in the, it's All Saints Day, it's, you know, Dia de los Muertos. I love those things. And I forget to look at the exact date. And yeah, later in November is somewhere between now and 30 days from now, isn't it? But that's not much. Terrific, Tina. What good news. Yay. Just keep making the money, baby. You can do everything you want to do. Yeah. You know, you guys are you are who you are, and I'm proud of you and all the work that you're doing, and I just keep seeing answered prayer, answered prayer, answered prayer, like a neon sign. You guys are just the best specimens of the power of prayer. And Tina's going to get to save more kitties. Oh, and you will. I know you will. I know you will. Kat's trying to talk me, and she's being very subtle about it, sort of, some days, trying to talk me into Spirit needs a friend. He's got us. What more does he need? And he's got Socrates, but Socrates is kind of old and not playful. And Socrates should have been an only cat right from the get-go. Always. He's just a love bug. He wants to just sit and stare at you and be left alone. And Spirit doesn't leave anybody alone. Great. Great. So Tina's doing her work in the world while waiting for an opportunity to do the work at an even higher level. I love that. I love that. Kitties are like potato chips. Well, yeah, that's true. I know that's true. Puppies are too. Yeah. Okay, so Jennifer, you don't have to answer this here, but just think on it. Are you willing to change jobs? Is that what it's going to take to give you what you really need and want? Okay, Heidi, I will. You guys are, oh dear, I'm being ganged up on. So, here's a question for you. What do you really want? What would you really like this to be? And what would you really like you to be? And how can I best assist you in making both of those things a reality? Think on that if you would. Heidi, no, you're not. No, no, no. Takes me a long time to get used to one if I haven't been involved in the picking out of it. I have to fall in love, which I do pretty easily. I mean, it's not a problem, but don't send me a cat. Please. Okay, good, Brenda, thank you. So, have I heard from everybody about what you're going to be for Halloween? Whether you're really going to be that or not isn't important. If you could be that, what would you be? I'm not sure I've heard from everybody. Although I know two great guys are going to be out there with their granddaughters, which I think is terrific. What? I really feel like I'm preaching to the choir today. But the question is still valid. What would it take for your life to be all you want it to be? And may I pray for that for you? And if I may, will you tell me what it is? You got it, Dana. Can we make it that for both of you? What else? What would help you become more of or closer to that ideal costume? Thank you, Kirk. We do get in our own way sometimes, don't we? Okay. Boy, once you guys got it, you got it. All right. I think I am going to start the prayer. And I want you to be with me in it. Put your energy behind it. And especially if I'm mentioning your name, let your heart, let your spirit be in it. Don't just listen to me saying the words, but allow the words to move into your heart and accept them as your reality. Okay? And if you think of something while I'm praying, just pop it into the chat box. All right. So I'd like you to take just a moment and take a breath. It can be a deep breath. It can be a soft breath. It's whatever breath your body wants and needs, whatever breath your spirit calls you to. Inspiration is about the breath of spirit. So take that in. And simply be open. And know with me that there is power in this universe for good. And unlimited power. And it is yours to use, to direct. Of its own volition. It does unto you as you believe. And for you as you believe. And through you as you believe. And you can direct it. You can point it in the direction of your greatest dreams and highest aspirations. And it will go there in you, as you, through you. It will clear the path. It will make the way possible. Then yours is simply to walk through the open doors and to say yes. In you, as you, through you. Spirit works in this world for you. And so I claim now that each of us has right now the power to perfect our lives. Because God works in us, as us, and through us. Each of us has right now the power to direct the unlimited power of the universe to the accomplishment of our dreams. Each of us has the power to speak into the world that which we most desire and watch it come true. And so I know that which we have asked for today is already being created in the universe. Doors are opening, ways are being made clear. Seeming barriers are being removed. We are powerful beyond nature, beyond our knowing, and we accept it. And that which we request becomes our reality simply because Spirit simply says yes. And so I know for both Chris and Dana, clarity, patience, comfort, peace of mind, a sense of wholeness and being right with the world and right in our hearts. I know for Kirk that he no longer gets in his own way, that he has made the path open and he walks it and simply allows Spirit to guide him, allows Spirit to do what Spirit does in his life. And I know for him as well, an absolutely fun and fabulous evening, trick-or-treating with his granddaughter. I know for Tina the accomplishment of a 4-day work week, and absolutely continued success in the work that she is doing in the world, and the creation of her dream home and the ability to do what her heart is calling her to do. I know for Jennifer as well, remote work and or a 4-day week, or both. I know for her energy and vitality, clarity. I know that she can see clearly and focus deeply and act from what she knows to be true. And it is all guided by the amazing Spirit within her. I know for Heidi continued success in connecting with all the right people to get her dream accomplished and to form the dream team that will get the work done perfectly. That she attracts the people she can trust and depend on, and who will do the highest and greatest work and achieve even greater things than what she now imagines. I know that Donna is a playful witch and is having a great deal of fun, and that her mind and her heart are happy. Happy. I know for this ministry that the perfect foundation is laid and the perfect format reveals itself, and that we are in our perfect place doing our perfect work all the time. I know for CAC, perfect connections. I know that those connections lead to amazing success. And I know that she is happy and satisfied and joyous about the work that she is doing in the world. And I know for Spirit the cat, the evolution of his second annual autobiography, and the ability to live freely without the constraints of a Halloween costume. I know for all of us, joy in this new season and success. And I know that what appears to be the darkness is simply the soil in which we, each of us, live and grow and become at an even higher level. And I know that Spirit is happier today because we are. And because we are, each of us, every one of us, expressing Spirit at a higher level. I know that our bodies are whole and strong. And healed. I know with Brenda that we return now to prayer that brings us peace and power and the ability to shine our light, to pave our path, and to walk it securely, strongly. I know for each of us that the future is bright because Spirit shines through us so brightly. And I know that any prayers unspoken are still heard and answered. And that Spirit only and always says yes. I know that each of us recognizes today the power that we have and accepts the responsibility of using it in our life and in our world. I am so terribly grateful, so wonderfully grateful, so absolutely grateful for the company in which I find myself and for the Spirit that shines through it all. I am grateful for answered prayer, spoken or unspoken. And I am grateful for the amazing way that Spirit works in our lives and in this world. And I accept it all, for each of us, for all of us. And simply, along with Kirk, get out of my way and let it be so. And so it is. Good Sunday. Good Sunday. Happy Halloween. Happy every day. I agree, Jennifer. Thanks so much. I love you all as well. I'll be back here as I always am on Wednesday at 7. And again, of course, next Sunday at noon. It is always so good to be with all of you and to watch you live as answered prayer. That's my prayer. I love you all. Have a great week. Have a happy Halloween. The best is yet to come. See you on Wednesday, or see you back here on Sunday. Love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And oh yes, don't forget we have a closing song. Because, well, we are the world, aren't we? Love you. Listen to the song. Blessings.